What is up, villains? Dragon Ball Black here, and today I wanted to go ahead and give you my list for the 7 magical items from Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, all those things. So you guys might be thinking to yourselves, what? We already know the best magical item. Well, you might be surprised at my list. So let's go ahead and jump right into number 7. 7 is going to be Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Now this is one of the most handiest items that we have in the Dragon Ball Z universe. I know it's just a room, so it's not really an item, but it is magical. They use it as an item, they use it as they see fit. Even in one of the episodes of Dragon Ball Super, Vegeta goes in without nobody ever knowing, blows it up when he comes out apparently. I don't know if he blows it up completely, but blows up something, and is a lot more powerful. So basically what the premises of Hyperbolic Time Chamber is that you go in and 1 day is equal to 1 year, so you can do 1 year of training, and it looks like the room kind of has unlimited food, and it changes. It's basically like the ultimate training room. It changes the way it interacts with you to the training that you're doing. So you can train with fire, you can train with, you know, whatever the case might be. So that's the reason it makes it number 7 slot, because it is very, very handy. They do use it a lot in Dragon Ball. Number 6 goes to Whis' staff. Now, this is a very, very handy object or item, magical item, and the reason it makes it high on the or low on the list is because it can only really be wielded by, from what we've seen, Whis. So you would have to have Whis also in the equation. But the staff itself is pretty powerful. It makes it so you can go back in time. I'm not exactly sure how many seconds or minutes it takes, but it's called the temporal do-over, so it does go back, or lets you go back a little bit in time. Then we have being able to materialize things such as the energy shielding, the barrier that holds in the Universe 6 tournament, changing chairs, changing things like that. So it does have the ability to materialize, but mainly I am focused on that temporal do-over thing. I think that's pretty cool, and I think that's the reason that it should make it on this list. Number 5 goes to Patara Earring. Now, this has the ability to combine 2 warriors together to make one single warrior, but with the same combined power as both warriors, or the same individual powers combined as both warriors. So that's why Vegito is so powerful, one of the most powerful characters in all of Dragon Ball. And then you have other characters that can also fuse that Supreme Kai and Kibito, but they are more powerful, but they're not as powerful as, say, other characters, because they're both made from weaklings. But the reason this makes it on the list is because it's very, very powerful, kind of a item that can make a great warrior out of nothing, really. At the same time, though, it really isn't something that in the real world it could have any benefits. I can't combine with, like, my best friend and make one more powerful warrior, because we'd just be basically one combined human being. But at the same time, though, it is very, very interesting, and it did bring up the question about future or theorizing combinations between warriors, such as Majemba or Bujemba, whatever, the Majin Buu Janemba mixture that we see in Dokkan Battle. So that's the reason it makes it on this list, because it is very, very cool. Number 4 goes to the Time Ring. Now, the Whis' staff can really only go back a couple seconds and have a do-over. So, Beerus won't destroy a planet, Frieza won't destroy Earth, things like that. Well, the Time Ring goes back all the way in the future. Only a Kai, it says, can hold it or can wield it, but it does create one of the most powerful characters in all of Dragon Ball Z, Super, and GT, which is Goku Black. And by that I mean that Goku Black really wouldn't be able to jump through and cause as much havoc without that Time Ring as if he had it. So very, very powerful item, does let you go in the future. Doesn't seem like you have much of a difference of stay that you can stay in the future, but it is really, really cool, and that's the reason it makes it on this list. Number 3, the most controversial of all of them, is going to be the Dragon Balls. Now, Dragon Balls themselves are very, very powerful. We have a bunch of different types. We have the Super Dragon Balls, and they can make any wish, but you do have to find them throughout the universe. You have the Black Star Dragon Balls that you can make a wish. You can make wishes, but they will destroy the planet that you're on if you do not bring them back to that same spot. You have the Namekian Dragon Balls that you can use, but you would have to be able to speak Namekian to use them. And then you have the Earth Dragon Balls, which everyone uses all the time. And that Dragon Ball, those Dragon Balls you do have to find throughout the planet. So without the Dragon Radar, you're basically hunting these guys blind. So that's the reason they don't really make it any higher on the list. Though they are extremely powerful, you do have to hunt them down and find them. So it's kind of it's not really a win-win situation there. So that's the reason that it makes it on the list not a number 1, but number 3 is really respectable. Number 2 goes to Zino Button. This is the button that Zino, the Omni King, gives to Goku to summon him. And Goku only uses it once. It summons the Zino from the different universe, a Zino that doesn't know anything about Goku, but he doesn't seem very hostile. Even Goku gives him a hug, even though he doesn't know him. Zino lets him touch him, which is really, really different from Beerus, who anything happens to Beerus, it takes him off, he destroys things. So Zino himself is very, very powerful. It's kind of one of those things that it could really change the whole arc. If they would have called Zino earlier to fight Super Saiyan Rose, then he would have killed Super Saiyan Rose along with probably everything else. In reality, as you guys saw at the end of Dragon Ball, the Goku Black Saga arc, that Zino destroys everything, destroys all of reality. So he's kind of floating in a wasteland toward the end. So that's the reason it doesn't make it any higher on the list, because calling Zino can be helpful. It is also something that makes it so, the Z fighters really wouldn't have to deal with much if they could call Zino every single time. But now Zino, they use the button one time, Zino has a friend, so at the same time it kind of washes itself off. But it is very, very powerful. Zino is the god of everything. It's a button to call him. That's why it makes it a number 2 slot. The number 1 slot is gonna go to Senzu Beans. Senzu Beans themselves are a mainstay in all of Dragon Ball. Every character has used it at one point or another. It basically brings you right back to 100% health. It has been shown that even if you have a hole in your chest, it will heal your hole in your chest. So it is a very, very powerful narcotic. It helps you out, it heals you up. I'm not exactly sure why they don't mass produce it, but if they did, if the Earth government, if there was some sort of leader in the Earth government, or the Earth president, took over these magical things like the Hyperbolic time chamber to train its troops, the Senzu Beans to be able to heal yourselves and things like that, reverse technology, the Saiyan technology that came before it, and the Frieza technology, then they would be really, really powerful. And this drug, it can heal anything, is very, very powerful, and doesn't seem like, we never see exactly how it grows. At least I haven't. I don't know if you have, but we do know that it does heal everything. Again, a hole in your chest. So that's the reason it makes a number 1 slot for me. You can never go wrong. Don't go into a fight without Senzu Beans. And just like everything else, Senzu Beans are much easier to get. They are easy to harvest, it seems. Koranoe has a lot of them. Yajirobe always has a few. Again, Senzu Beans, number 1. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section below what magical item I might have missed, or which magical item from Dragon Ball is your favorite. Let's see if we can get over 25 likes for this video, guys. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button, support the channel, and become a villain today. This is going to be Dragon Ball Black, signing off.